Hello students, in this video we are going to study chapter 11 Cell Structure and Microorganism. In this video we are going to start with the topic cells and its measurement and observation of cell size. So now be ready to answer few questions. What is the smallest part of which our matter is made up of? Yes, very good. It is atoms. So now can you imagine what is the smallest part of which our body is made up of? Yes, it is cell. So cell is a fundamental and a structural and functional unit of living organism. With the help of cells only, our body is able to carry out different life processes. When cells come together, it will form tissue. When tissue come together, it will form organs. And when organ come together, it will form organ system. So there are many organ system in our body like respiratory system, digestive system, nervous system. So all these systems are constituted of the cell. Now we will see the discovery of cell. So firstly, in 1665, Robert Hooke observed honeycomb-like structure when he observed cork under the microscope. And he observed such hexagonal structure in the microscope. And he named this structure as cells. He named cells because in Latin language, cells mean small tiny room. Secondly, in 1838, Sicheliden and Sichuan stated they both had given a combined statement that all the living organisms are made up of cells, and the cell is a fundamental and component of living organism. They said that each and every living organism are made up of cells, and cell is a very important component of every living organism. After that, in 1885, Virchow stated that all cells are made from pre-existing cells. So he said that every new cell arises from the old cell. So these are all cell theory given by different scientists. Now, measurement and observation of the cell. In 1673, Leeuwenhoek assembled various lenses to construct a microscope. As you may see in image, that these are the microscope which was constructed by Leeuwenhoek. And he was the first to observe bacterial and protozoal cells under the microscope. From this, the cells are extremely minute in size and we cannot see the cell with our naked eyes. And the units which are used to measure the size of the cells are micrometer and nanometer. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. And 1 millimeter is equal to 1000 micrometer. And 1 micrometer is equal to 1000 nanometer. So you can imagine how small each cell is. And the compound microscope is used for observing cells. Now, this is a small experiment of observing onion cells under a compound microscope. For this, firstly, you have to take a piece of onion, separate the thin skin of that onion with the help of forceps. Then you have to take a clean glass slide and on that you have to place this skin and add a drop of water on that membrane. Then after that you have to add a drop of iodine onto that skin, and iodine acts as a stainer. It is used for staining the cells which are observed under the microscope. And after that you have to cover the slide using cover slip before putting it into the microscope. And after observing into the microscope, you can conclude the following things. Firstly, that all the epidermal cells are equal in shapes as well in size, and each cell possesses one nucleus in it, and that nucleus is surrounded by the cytoplasm. Now this is only for your extra knowledge that the smallest and the largest cell of the human body. So the smallest cell of the human body is human sperm, and the largest cell of the human body is ovum, and this is a neuron. Neuron is the longest cell of the human body. Now we will study about cell sizes. But before that, can you name me some unicellular organism? Yes, amoeba. The shape of amoeba is very irregular. Now you may refer in textbook page number 73 and observe different types of cells, shapes of cells which are given there. And can you name me all the cells shown? Yes, red blood cell, ovum cell, epithelial cell, smooth muscle cells, bone cells, nerve cells, sperm cells. So after observing all these cells, we can conclude that there are different shaped cells. Some are circular, rod shaped, columnar, spiral, oval and rectangular. And each cell contains various components for carrying out different life processes. And that components are called cell organelles. And all that cell organelles can be studied in detail in electron microscope. You may see the image of electron microscope on the right. Now there are two main types of cell, animal cell and plant cell. And this cell consists of a various membrane-bound cell organelles, as their cell organelles are surrounded by a membrane. Plant cells have a definite shape due to the presence of cell wall around them. And plant cells also contain single large vacuole. And both of these cells are called as a eukaryotic cells, as the nucleus is very well defined with a double layer nuclear membrane. As a nucleus is surrounded by the double layer nuclear membrane, both of these cells are eukaryotic cells. Now we will study about the main parts of the cell. So first, cell wall. What do you think where it may be present in the cell? Yes, maybe on the outer surface of the cell, as it is cell wall. So first, cell wall. Cell wall is the outermost covering of the cell. And you must remember that it is only present in the plant cell, as cell wall provides support and rigidity to the cell. Second layer, that is a plasma membrane. Plasma membrane is also called as a cell membrane. So the other name of the plasma membrane is cell membrane, and it is a kind of thin covering. It is very delicate as well as flexible, and it is the outermost covering of the animal cell. It is an outermost covering of the animal cell. Now third, that is the cytoplasm. So cytoplasm, it is a liquid part that is present in the cell. Around the nucleus, it is called as a cytoplasm. You may see this watery part inside the cell, and it is a cytoplasm. It occupies the space between the plasma membrane and the nucleus. It occupies the place between the plasma membrane and this is the nucleus. So all this space are occupied by the cytoplasm. And cell organelles are scattered in the cytoplasm. All these cell organelles are scattered inside the cytoplasm. Here we will study about different cell organelles. First, that is nucleus. Nucleus is the most important part of the cell. Nucleus is surrounded by the porous double membrane. Porous means that membrane possesses a small holes or pores for the necessary gaseous and fluid exchange. The main function of the nucleus is to control all the functions that are taking place in the cells. So whatever the functions which are taking place in the cells are controlled by the nucleus. You may see in image that nucleus is in the center of the cell. Second organelle, that is endoplasmic reticulum, that is ER. It is a sprawling net-like organelle. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum, rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum, which you will study in details in higher standard. So the main function or the important function of the endoplasmic reticulum is to make any necessary changes in the protein which are produced by the ribosomes and send them to the Golgi bodies. Now third organelle, that is Golgi bodies. They are made up of various flat sac-like structure. You may see in the image. So the main function of the Golgi bodies is the proper distribution of proteins in the entire cell. Next, that is mitochondria. Mitochondria has two membranes around it. You may see in image, inner membrane and outer membrane. Its shape is just like a shoe. The main function of the mitochondria is to produce ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate, and it is the energy currency of the cell. So it is also called as the powerhouse of the cell. In simple language, mitochondria produce energy for the cell. So it is called as a powerhouse of the cell. Next, that is a chloroplast. So plastid containing chlorophyll, it is called as a chloroplast. So the main function of the chloroplast in plant cell is to perform the process of photosynthesis. You may see over here, it is a image of chloroplast. Next, that is a vacuole. So in plant cell, the vacuole, there is a single large size vacuole. While in animal cell, the vacuole size is very small. In plant cell, vacuole is mainly full of cell sap, and it also provides turgidity as well as rigidity to the cell. While in animal cell, vacuole contains food. I hope you understood the basic concept of cells and its size, and also got idea about the cell organelles. Thank you for watching my video.